Hello everybody, my name's Kaden Keown and welcome back to Derail Valley. So we went ahead and picked up a logistics job leaving the city. We're going from city southwest to oil well north, which means we're going from right here, this city, all the way over through the steel mill, all the way up to oil well north. The reason why we're gonna be running a DE2. Ah, crap! I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Because we got the multi-unit right here. We got the multi-unit license, and what the multi-unit license is going to allow us to do, I think. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this license allows you to run multiple locomotives from a single cab when connected by the compatible cable. And unfortunately, our old workhorse steam engine doesn't connect that way. So to run multiple unit for the first time, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just switch over to diesel electric for now. We might eventually switch to DE4's because I think DH4, sorry, diesel hydraulic number 4. So something that kind of occurred to me when I was thinking about this a while ago. I don't know, it didn't necessarily occur to me at the time, but it makes sense now that I realize that that's what it means. So the letters denote the fuel that the type of, or the power that the type of locomotive is. DE for diesel electric, S for steam, DH for diesel hydraulic. The number is then the axles, so the DE2 has 2 axles. The DH4 has 4 axles. The DE6 has 6 axles. The numbers with the steam locomotives, now I knew this because I do know some about steam trains. The numbers indicate the groupings. So with steam trains, a 060 is 0 leading, what's known as the leading truck, 6 drive wheels, like what the old one had, the L057, and then 0 trailing wheels. So the 282 has 2 leading, 8 drive, 2 trailing, whereas the 060 has no front, 6 drive, no back. That's how that works. And then the letters, of course, like I mentioned, S for steam, DE for diesel electric, DH for diesel hydraulic, and there's no others, I think, in this particular game. This is going to be kind of a quick run. We're not going to do anything fancy. This might even, I don't know if this will even break 30 minutes. I'm going to see if we can grab another DE2. We might have to swipe one from... What do we have here? We might have to swipe one from the sawmill. Oh, that's a DH4. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 axles. Is there another locomotive? This is just the oil well. Okay. I wonder... Let's see here. Is there anything going to the oil well north while we're at it? Logistics. That's a freight. That's a freight. That's shunting, 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 freight, freight, freight. Okay. And nothing going to oil well north. All of it's, yeah, all of it's Harbor Town. Alright, so there's nothing for us to pick up here. And this should just be a straight shot right through. Perfect. The neat thing about the DE2 is because it's a diesel electric and it's not particularly crazy fast, we can kind of just let it do its thing while we run around the map. And we don't have to babysit it, basically. We're going to let it just keep rolling. I don't think there's going to be anything... Because the next one is the farm. Okay, so that's another steam locomotive. which won't connect to our multi-unit system, which is what we want to do. Nothing. Goods factory, that's all going to like GF and stuff, so there's nothing here either. Alright. So I guess we just coast through. Let's make sure we got a straight shot. So I think we need to switch this one, because then that will go straight all the way through. Perfect. Gotta really make sure on that, otherwise you're gonna run headlong into some bad shit. We can turn the rear lights off, or at least turn them over to a red dot rather than the full headlights. Headlights forward. Oh, cab fan. Turn that bad boy on. We need that spinning. Alrighty, so I think the steel mill will be where we can pick up a second DE2. If we want to stop and grab it. We've got 81 minutes to make this run. So I think we got plenty of time. Hopefully the sun... Okay, the sun's starting to come up, so it won't be so dark. So let's let that coast. We can run through here. Actually, wait a minute, no. Because this is all uphill, so let's keep an eye on it. It's not going to hurt it. So we're running, it's a little hard to see still, but we're running a consist of empty oil tankers. Which is apparently pretty expensive, because even though it's a logistics job, we're going to get paid a full $16,000 for this run. Which is good for me. I'm happy about that. Chink, chink, chink. Dun 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 dun. Roll it over and chink it. Roll it over and chink it. Makes a satisfying ka-chink sound when it lands home. I think if I kill that, we're going to be losing a little bit of speed, which is fine. Because then that'll take us in through. I think we got a straight shot into the steel mill. Yeah, over to this track, and then over to that track. Beautiful. Nothing going to the northern oil well. I doubt it, because that's Iron Mine West, which is... Oh, that's over there. That's not where I thought that was. Okay. Another Iron Mine West. Yeah, we're gonna just pass on any of the jobs here. That train's still making its way over. Okay, so we got another steam locomotive, and we got a DE2, which is perfect, because that's what we want. Just kind of keep checking the map occasionally, make sure that thing is still on its way. Nope, I was a little off. That's what the hand thingy is for. Perfect. Now we're going to come over here. Aha! I thought it was strange how little that was moving. Overheat the traction motors. This is why I wanted to get the second one, because it's going to be tricky getting up hills. The DE2's okay. It's not really that powerful though, which is the main issue with it. So, but once we get two of them hooked up, once we have two of them hooked up, we should be able to pull with a little bit more oomph. Because I think, could be wrong about this, but I think two DE2's linked together are worth in tonnage slightly more than one 060 steam locomotive. I think. I'm not exact about that, but I think that's how that works. Slow it down a little bit here. Excuse me. Alright, that ought to be enough. Just let that come to a stop whenever it's going to. Oh, excuse me. I keep trying not to sneeze and cough and whatever into the microphone, but I keep failing at that. Alright, let's get this powered up. It's on there, good enough. And we want it facing forward along with the other one. So we want to go that way. Eventually I want to get the slug too. There's a slug in here, which is, I think I've explained what it is. Basically it's a DE6 where the rest of the locomotive wasn't good anymore, like the engine and the like the rest of the locomotive was dead, but the traction motors, the frame, and the body was kind of okay. So what they did, and this is a real thing in the locomotive industry as well, I think they look kind of cool. What they did is they chopped off the cab and any extra body work. They took out the engine, they took out the generator, they left the traction motors and some of the hydraulic stuff and some of the power stuff. And then they filled the body with just a hunk of concrete. Just a gigantic block of concrete. And what they do with these things is basically they will add them to a consist in like as a locomotive, and they'll plug them into a locomotive that has its power and its engine and everything. And basically kind of, it's not exactly, but kind of have two locomotives for the price of one, if you will. It doubles the traction, it almost doubles the traction effort off of one locomotive, the fuel cost, and the wear and tear of one locomotive, roughly. I mean, I'm obviously missing some significant numbers here and just kind of ballparking it. I don't know the exact nuances of it, but the general gist is to add traction to a single locomotive with leftover life from another locomotive's frame and traction motors and that sort of thing. They're kind of interesting little things. I've seen one in... What's cool is I've seen one in real life, too. They had... So, there's... Where I make my deliveries in Toledo, Oregon, there's a GP, Georgia Pacific plant up there. And the cool thing about it is every so often they've got actual trains, like actual diesel electrics and other trains that run through there. And one day I rolled in and they had like 8 large diesel electric locomotives. And in the middle of these 8 locomotives, they just had this slug. And you could tell it was the slug because it didn't have the cab. You'll see it when I get it in the game. It's hard to describe, but it's like just basically a brick on wheels. Is a pretty adept way of describing it. And let's slow this down here. Catching the purposeful runaway. I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to do this. I'm going to have to third person connect this. Ha ha ha! So now I think I'll kill the handbrake. I don't know why the handbrake was applied. Stop. Well, the game's bugging out because the handbrake's applied for some stupid reason on this locomotive here. No, not that one. One of these has their handbrake applied. It's this one. Stop that. So now with the multi-unit, yeah, see, so switch that forward again on this one. Go back. Yep, so they're connected via the multi-unit. And there it is. Cool, so now what we can do is we can come into this one. Close that up. Kill the dash light, cab light. Set everything, give it power so we can keep going. Kill what we don't need in here. Then jump up to this one. There we go. How about it, folks? Now we're driving. Now we're rolling 2 locomotives. Yeah, look at that. We've got the 039 and the 037. Running along. Yeah, that's some good stuff right there. God, I love this game. I say it like every episode, but I really, truly do. So where are we at? We're almost there, actually. So we can slow this down. Now that we got 2 locomotives, we actually can almost overdo it. So let's just let that roll for a while. We're going to come make sure our switches are good. Eventually, I might do a playthrough where I don't have so much freedom, like I do an actual career playthrough, rather than... Well, I mean, this is a career playthrough, technically, but it's very much baby's first career. I didn't really make this too difficult on myself. I do enough of that on my own. Switch that over. Yeah, here we go. And we're looking for DE2's. Is this it does not go around. Okay. That's good to know. So we've got no... Well, no, maybe it does it? Or is this also... Oh, it does go around. Okay. So we can... There's a DE2's. Okay, so we can reverse our locomotives. Good. So we can have them facing forward. We're looking for DE2's. Which is going to be... B50... DE2's. Okay. Okay, so here's the thought then. Let's go all the way around. Actually, let's go check on the train first. I think we're going to go all the way around and then back it into the B2's. So that way we've got our locomotives facing forwards when we disconnect. Oh, it's still rolling plenty fine. Yeah, okay. Give it a little bit. We'll just follow it in. We can adjust as we go in. I'm thinking... So... Oil Well North, which is O and W. For some reason in my head I keep wanting to call it Owl, but it's not. It's O-W-N. Yeah, so we hit C, go all the way around, through, and then line back up, and as if we're leaving, and back up into B. That's how we're going to do that. Give both locomotives the beans. Come on. There we go. Now we're rolling. Give it the beans. Close that door. Close that door. I think we're going to continue to lose some speed here, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. Just making note of it because it's important that we do that. If we don't find anything to haul out of OWN, then we might pop over to GF and see what GF has got. There's usually stuff to haul out of there. I don't know what comes out. I mean, it's oil wells, so I would imagine maybe crude oil. I think we can run crude oil. So we want to switch. We want to hit the brakes. Coming in a little bit spicy here. We want to go straight through. The train's going to come through. It's going to come through here. And whip its way around. Perfect. Look at that train roll. Give it a little bit of excessive means so that way it rolls a little faster. Yeah, there we go. It's probably full of crude oil. So that's going to roll all the way through. I forget, did we grab manual service? No, we did not. We need to probably do that soon. Check out that truck. That's a cool looking truck. Wish we had trucks like that in America. It's pretty cool. I think it was a mistake to stop making cab overs. I tell you what, I freaking love cab overs. If I ever got the opportunity to just own like a Kenworth K100 or a Ford CLT 9000 or, you know, one of those old I forget the name, I forget the number associated with the big Peterbilt cab overs, but man, if I could own one of those, I'd be the happiest. You'd make me the happiest guy out there. Those are just such cool trucks. So we want 2BS, which is, or B2S, which is that one. And it's looking like we might have to push the the cars that are already located there. These ones. We may have to push these along, so let's undo the brakes on them. Oh no, it's pulling down that releases the brakes. That's right. Which means this one's the one that's going to have the brakes set. There we go. So undo those. Go ahead and set one of these. Start slowing the train down. Because once it gets past here, yeah, it's that switch right there that we need to get past. Slow it down a little quicker here. Ooh, that might work. I mean, that was perhaps a little bit slower. But that might just pull itself through, maybe. Nope, we'll give it just a little bit. Give it a little extra help just to get it through. And then we wait for it to pass that point right there. That's where we'll derail if we don't let it get past that. Perfect. So now go ahead and apply one brake so it stops it. Then come back and release that brake. This is the fun part. Don't kill the train that you're backing up into. Should be this one if I lined up all of our points correctly. Which sure looks like I did. Awesome. DE2's, baby. That's what we're looking for. We want to get to right about the nameplate on that other car before we dump it. Oh! Could not have done that any more perfect. Holy shit. Wow, I don't think I could have done that any more perfect. Let's see if we got this. Nope, we're going to have to do a little bit of push. So, let's go ahead then. Let that air fill up. What are we grinding here? We got a break somewhere. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let that back up. Stop the train. We're far enough in. Let's go and set a couple brakes here, and then we're going to be done with this job. Ah, look at that! As if we knew what we were doing. How about that? Now, where's the building? I think I just ran right past it. There's the building. All right. Give me my money. Fantastic. More money. More win. All right. Thank you all for watching. I've been Kate and Keone. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.